everybody. Hey, welcome to Enter a Tournament of Champions. We are the one and only podcast on the planet that does this, where we take our favorites, check it out, stay with me, in entertainment. Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
And then we like list them out in top 10s or whatever. No big deal. And then we put them together in like a 16-seeded tournament and have them fight each other. And then we make ourselves miserable trying to decide who's the best one.
Oh my god!
Wow. Yeah, I've
right?
never heard of anybody doing any part of that, even like singular parts of that.
Yeah, if you Googled it, it would be like no results found. So just trust me, we are the OG. We are the innovators.
That's why you're here. That's why you found us. So
exactly. My name is Jeff, Mr. Jeff. That's what strangers call me, and I don't know why. Joined by Kyle, who is Kyle the guy, and John the doctor, and JD, which means John Doctor. And as we've established, per the continuity of this show, this is a serialized show. You guys have to listen to previous episodes to
gotta get it.
Yeah, right. You got to keep up, everybody. Come on.
Previously on Enter Tournament of Champions podcast. I'm John Doctor. Hey,
He learned
That's literally the
how many
flashback.
buttholes he's worked on, and the answer will shock you.
yeah, he's a butthole doctor. Everybody, I think we also established that too.
This is a long lore that's happening. Right now,
there's a lot of world building. Really got a knack for world building. I don't know, just kind of like whatever.
It's ridiculous that this is stuck, but I love it.
Me too. I can't wait for Kyle and I to naturally, organically get nicknames.
I think by episode 300, we'll have ours. So
Yeah, we've been at this a year, because didn't we start this shit around March Madness last year?
We started it in January.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Close enough.
I don't know. Whatever.
Fuck it.
yeah.
This episode, we're finally doing a TV topic. I'm sure all the TV diehards out there, all two of you, are going to be extremely satisfied to know this.
That's kind of weird, right? That like, I don't know very many like diehard TV people.
Me neither. We just all kind of watch it. We just all watch it kind of naturally, and it's just part of our lives.
Right, but a lot of people really passively watch it with their CSIs and their, you know what I mean, like with their past like cooking TV shows and stuff like that.
I'm glad you mentioned CSI because we are doing crime dramas this episode. It's focusing on television crime dramas, where CSI will not get mentioned.
No.
But crime is in the word CSI, so I mean, it's
nice segue.
Acronym. So it's a segue, guys. Yeah, thanks. That's the job of the host, I guess, is to pull segues out of their a-hole. And then have a doctor repair their a-hole from...
Call me later.
I'll call you later.
It was an alley-oop to another joke. That was great.
Right? I'm on another fucking level today, guys.
Yeah,
I don't think listeners understand.
You've been thinking on your time off from responsibility. I like it.
Yes. By the way, everybody, we are on Twitter now, officially, at EoC Pod, and we literally have no opinions. It's just links. So, go follow us. I quit Twitter. I fucking don't want to be a part of that poisonous world anymore.
Yeah. I don't want to be a part of that world.
Fed up with this world.
So I quit that shit and joined it as a generic account. And if you guys tweeted us there and shit like that, and I don't know, send us questions and stuff, we'll interact with you. But for the most part, it's mostly we're not going to be like, saw the movie the other day, it was kind of shit. We're never going to do that. Like, we're pretty much just going to post episodes and interact with people that want to talk to us. So hit us up there, and Letterboxd, of course. We're going to dive into it this week, TV crime dramas. Before we get into the actual 16-seeded tournament, we're just going to totes cash, list out, each of us, we're going to list out our top 10 in TV crime dramas. I think Kyle has the best list of all of us. I don't know.
Shut up. Why would you even say that?
We're going to start out. Okay, so I think, I have it organized. It's going to be, JD, you're going to tell us your list first. And then,
what? This isn't a video game episode? That's weird.
And then Kyle, hey! And then, and then me is Jeff.
Okay.
I introduce myself on the phone when I talk to people at work.
My name is Jeff.
Me is Jeff. Fucking, I can't say my name is Jeff, even though I have to, because it's in the greeting. It's in the goddamn greeting on my phone.
Oh, you have the
I have
script?
to say it. I have to say my name is Jeff, and every time without fail, I have one neighbor somewhere that overheard me and goes, "My name is Jeff. Thanks, 22 Jump Street. Thanks." God damn it. Anyway.
We have someone who that I work with or whatever, and every time he comes around, like we're just like, my name is. I don't know. It's just infectious. So fantastic. I'm sorry, man.
It's fine.
I'm part of the problem. So I'm just sorry.
I guess it's a good problem to have because it's a good movie. So whatever.
Yeah.
There you go. So JD, what is your you hit me with your 10 favorite TV crime dramas?
Okay, I'm going to hit you with the 10. All right, we're going to start at 10.
I don't know why you do that.
I don't know. It's weird. I put True Detective at number 10. Got Le Daredevil at number 9. Better Call Saul at number 8. Got The Sopranos. It's not about singers, as some people might lead you to believe. It's actually about sanitation. Eh? Whatever.
I'm laughing. I'm typing as you're
You can't
talking.
laugh and type at the same time. Gotcha.
I can't because it's loud when I type, so I have to mute it.
Gotcha. So my number 6 is Hannibal. Number 5 is Fargo. Number 4 is Justified. And number 3 is Sons of Anarchy. Number 2 is Breaking Bad. And number 1, don't know if you guys have heard of this one, a little low-key show called The Wire.
I stopped caring about your list when you went number 2, Breaking Bad. I stopped immediately caring.
I thought your list ended there.
Hey, it's fine. You know,
you said Breaking Bad. I go, oh, he meant 1.
Y'all are just wrong.
Oh, he skipped his 2. That's very weird.
His 2, yeah.
Y'all are just wrong, but it's okay.
Well, how would we know?
I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what? When we get to that tournament, we're gonna destroy that show. No, we're not. I'm just kidding.
I mean, how can either of you vote for it? Like reasonably?
Legacy? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Legacy.
Awards. I'll consider awards.
True.
Which I don't know that it got much.
It's The Wire versus Jessica Jones.
That was the era of Mad Men and shit like that. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Either way's fine. Kyle, what's your 10?
I gotta preface a lot real quick. JD, your list made me feel better and worse all at the same time. I hate my list. Good. I'm gonna start my list right now. My number 10 is Daredevil. My number 9 is Altered Carbon. My number 8 is Mindhunter. My number 7 is Sherlock. My number 6 is Twin Peaks. My number 5 is Better Call Saul. My number 4 is The Night Of. My number 3 is True Detective. Number 2, Fargo. And number 1, Breaking Bad.
Cool.
Yeah, can you name like one more though? I'm just kidding.
No, I can't. Seriously, obviously 2 of those were reaches. So.
That's amazing. All right, so my list. Here we go, guys. This is good thing I went last because this is gonna blow some minds. All right,
okay.
So my number 10.
Hit me.
My number 10. Oh, I should tell everybody I rank these based on how crimey they are, if that's a thing.
Crimey?
Crimey. Crime.
Crimey.
Crime related. He uses a jabbo. All right, so so number 10.
It's a prestige.
Troy, your prestige. So number 10 is Better Call Saul. Shut up. Number 9 is Sneaky Pete. Deal with that shit. Smoke that.
I don't know what that means.
Number 8 is Hannibal. Hannibal. Number 7 is Sherlock. Number 6 is Southland. Everybody needs to fucking watch that show. Number 5 seed. Number 5 is The Night Of. Number 4, American Crime Story. Number 3, Sons of Anarchy. Number 2, Fargo. And number 1, Breaking Bad. The True North number 1. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like because of JD's persistence and not being unanimous, we do have to put Breaking Bad in the fucking bracket.
We have to, yeah. He wrecked the rule.
I mean, okay. All right.
All right, dude.
It's just how I feel, but I'm right, so it's whatever.
So next, Jesus Christ, Kyle and I have Fargo way high. I'm gonna go Fargo next, and then we're gonna do it's another commonality.
Sons?
I can't find. Yeah, Sons.
Sons.
Sorry,
I'll
I
have
just couldn't
Sons
find number
high.
3 on the fucking bracket for some reason.
And
Yeah,
then
Sons.
you
is
and I
commonality.
had Night of kind of high.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah, that's
I
a
had 5 and 4.
hard on men for me.
Hard, very erect.
Under Daredevil? Come on. You had an extra one. Daredevil's my bot. I couldn't figure out one.
I know. I feel you. It's just I went with series instead of just miniseries, so whatever.
You made me feel good about that choice though, because it is about crime, man. It's literally what it's about.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah, I love that fucking show a lot too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's Justified, but also the show Justified is.
Yeah, and Justified's another like one that I'm like, ugh, I really should have been watching that show.
So good.
Mad
It
at
is, yeah,
myself.
it's really good.
So good.
I just went ahead and put The Wire at 3 because I mean it's number 1 for JD.
Aw.
That's not
Aw.
like I mean how much lower should we push it? That's ridiculous.
I was thinking
Appreciate
8,
that.
But,
Ja Preach. So
Preach.
I guess number 4. Let's just go Sons because it's really fucking
Sure.
high for JD and I.
yeah.
Sorry, I gotta like look away as I type. It's really awkward. Sons of Anarchy. Number 5, The Night of, right? The Night of.
Sure. Yeah.
The Night of, and then I like how we're gonna be like so different now. Number 6. Do we all have Sherlock? No, Kyle and I do.
I've only seen the first series, so I haven't seen anything after that, so I didn't
Oh.
feel right putting it on my list.
You're an honorable man.
Yeah.
You're a honorable man.
Those are like movies, man. Those are like hour and 20 each.
You have
episode.
rage
You're
and
right.
Conan
Yeah, that was it was a hard watch for me. Not like so came out wrong. It took a while for me to catch up on that show.
Yeah, I think I need to just go ahead and watch the first series again. So, I mean, I remember a little bit of it, but
Which is weird because I'm usually gonna sit down for a 3-hour period anyways to watch something, so I don't know why it's harder to watch like just 2 things instead of like
it's that
6.
milestone. It's like when you read
It
a
is,
super
right?
long chapter in a book, and you could tell yourself you're going to read 30 pages, but it's easier when it's 2
It's
chapters
just
and not
evidence
one.
it's just evidence of our culture like hijacking our reward system constantly on an everyday basis. Like we just
Right.
want like, oh, we did it. Yeah, I completed something, and
Right.
you don't get that enough. You don't feel like you're doing something.
Truth.
Yeah, it's a good reason to not watch Sherlock. Fuckface.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just kidding. I went ahead and just put True Detective at 6 because it's so high for Kyle and JD has it, and I love that show. It's an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
And I'm only judging off of season 1 because I've never seen 2. So
yeah, and you can just like not watch it.
JD
So
went
that's fine.
honorable. I went dishonorable. So
No, True Detective's 10 for me.
oh yeah, but I've
wait,
never
what am I
seen-
doing?
never
Obviously,
seen
Better Call Saul.
Gotcha.
Better Call Saul first, and then True Detective. Because we all 3 have Better Call Saul,
Yeah.
and then True Detect.
Yeah.
Detection.
Dick.
True Dick. That's hey guys, that's just another word for detective. Okay, don't be a dick.
It is. Yeah. Everyone just show out.
Everybody just needs to chill the fuck out.
Everyone, calm down.
Okay, so we have I have Southland. Oh, I have American Crime Story at 4. I guess you guys have never seen it.
On men. On men. You know,
Yeah,
it's good. It's super good, but, you know, I've seen that story, so whatever.
you've seen
Like in real life.
Oh. I'm pretty sure I was too stupid to comprehend as it was unfolding in real life. So
Yeah, too stupid,
I needed
for sure,
that,
but I still watched it.
that series in my life.
I remember.
I'm a whole year older than you, so, you know, it's like whatever.
Oh my god.
You are ancient, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's gonna be weird when you retire like next year. Anyway,
And that's social.
fuck. I have American Crime Story. Sure. Sherlock. Wait. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about Sherlock yet. Sherlock is a commonality.
Yeah. Because JD can at least speak to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For season.
Daredevil is a commonality. Hannibal, I guess. Hannibal.
I've at least seen some episodes of Hannibal, so I can at least talk to it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go Hannibal 9. 9.
9.
Sherlock will be 8. Hannibal
That's just
9.
a show that's just hard to watch. Like in terms of just like it's really not available anywhere except Prime still, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And every time I have Prime, like I never think about watching that for whatever reason.
That's because Sneaky Pete's better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've obviously been watching that. So
It's just it's hard to binge I guess no pun. Is there pun intended? Did they binge and whatever? Eating puns. I don't know. Because there's food and it looks delicious in the show, even though it's probably people. No, it's more than likely people.
It's definitely people.
But I'm like, give me some of that. It looks so good. Oh shit, that's a person.
Oh.
Anyway, Hannibal Buress is really funny. Daredevil, that's what I was at. Daredevil. So now Hannibal Buress. I don't know why I'm clapping.
Staccato.
We have JD's got Justify. Oh, you got We got to put Sopranos in there
Yeah,
because of its legacy and shit.
for sure.
Legacy and stuff, yeah. Why not?
The Sopranos. I'm really bummed it's not about a singer. Hey, how you doing? I sing really high. How you doing?
Hey.
But you was, guys.
Oh, you got some jokes? He uses a double. All right. I can't stop fucking saying that.
Oh my god.
I guess. Well, I mean, yeah. I'm putting American Crime Story in. I don't give a fuck as long as JD has seen it. We're cool.
No, you're good. Yeah.
I guess just season 1 because season 2 is like.
Yeah.
Still.
No interest in 2.
You haven't seen it yet.
I mean, from what you've said, I'm like, whatever.
It's really good. But
Boom, boom, boom.
it's not as good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Not as good. So American Crime Story, and I have Southland. You guys haven't seen Southland, right?
Negative.
No, I
Okay.
barely even know what that is.
Oh, okay.
It's got
cop
Abraham
show.
in it, right? From Walking Dead. Yeah.
Yes,
Michael-
he is a
Michael
lead.
Publitz.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
And
Is he good?
What's his name? The guy who plays young Commissioner Gordon in that shitty ass Gotham show.
No, okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
He's
That
in
guy.
it too, and it's like
Already
his
out.
first actual like real role. If you
After
wanna
the
call it
OC?
that. Yeah, exactly. First like adult role that's actually challenging. And he's Abraham's partner in the first few seasons there.
How old is the show?
2000. It aired alongside
10 years ago.
like Heroes or some shit. It was on the same time as Heroes.
Pre-Walking Dead. Okay.
So it started on NBC. They botched it for like 2 seasons. They just didn't do marketing for
Go
it
to
at
like
all.
TNT
even though
or
it was
something?
great. And then it moved to TNT for like 2 or 3 years. It's a really great. It's like the best cop show, like period, in my opinion. Because it's serialized, but at the same time, you're just following the same people on different. Obviously, they're on patrol, so they're taking different calls and covering different cases. But there's I don't know. There's something serial about it. They're always covering a specific case over the course of the season. It's a really good fucking show. So I suggest if it's on Netflix or some shit.
Dude, as long as it's not fucking procedural, I don't give a shit. Like that's you're already selling it to me.
There's like some.
No, I get that. Like
Yeah.
in every show, there's gonna be kind of like okay, this is what we're dealing with this week. But
Yeah.
like as long as there's like a fucking plot that's happening every
Right.
episode, like
And
yeah,
it's
that's...
the gritty nature of it and the characters that are so goddamn compelling and complex. They're not. They live in the gray area more or less. Abraham's character
sounds like
is
The
so
Wire.
great. It's so great. Yeah, I love it. And The Wire sounds like a piece of shit. So
It sounds a lot like The Wire, except not The Wire.
have we all seen
Except not on HBO, yeah.
Have we all seen Mindhunter? I'm pretty sure we have, right?
I started
mine.
it, but I haven't finished it.
Yeah, that's good enough. So that's going next, and then number 14. None of us have seen Sneaky Pete yet. Well, I have. I haven't seen it, but it's on my list. The show's a piece of shit, I bet. But
Jeff said it
number
was
9.
good, so I squeezed it in there.
I think like half this list I can't speak to, so keep going.
Cool. Glad I could assist. Mr. Robot. I just took that out of my list as Mr. Robot. How have you guys seen it?
I've seen the first half of the first season.
Oh, okay.
I've seen all the way through season 1, and I started season 2, and then I lost all my recordings on my DVR, and
Yeah,
it just
well,
discouraged me.
I lost
back.
cable.
Yeah.
I liked what I watched. I thought it was fun. Not fun.
Yeah, man.
Fun's not the
Elliot's
right word.
compelling as
Intense,
shit, man.
Compelling. Yeah, I think those are better words.
I'll make it the last one. Oh, it's gonna be a tough matchup though. Let me get the last one. Number 15 seed. We can go Altered Carbon. We could do that. You're like, no. JD and I have seen Justified. We can't do that.
Yeah, do Justified.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking low seed anyway, so fuck it.
Oh man.
Oh,
I love that show.
I know, right? You know what? I like crime shows. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as long as they're like not fucking procedural.
Yeah.
Or if they are procedural, they're like Southland, which is a bit of both. You know, kind of like Sherlock. You know, it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
I like crime shows. Sneaky Pete is fucking amazing. It's my favorite show of the year so far. So the people need to watch that show. I'm just gonna say that because it didn't make the bracket. Anyway, so let's just say we're doing this in honor of that new show that just dropped, season 2, and it's starring Giovanni Ribisi, and he's doing his TED dance every episode. I'm just kidding. He's not. That'd been awesome though.
Yeah, I like that guy. He's great.
Yeah, he's great. He's great in the show too. He's very convincing. That's the thing about being a con man, is like you have to sell the bullshit that you're spewing, and he's so fucking convincing. He's so good at it. It's a shame he's a Scientologist, motherfucker, piece of shit.
Oh no, they got him.
No, they got him. But it turns out Sneaky Pete, the first episode, which I totally missed on Amazon's little pilot season that they do, I was just kind of like, meh, you know, it didn't look good to me. Like, it just dumb name. I hate the fucking name of the show. And the poster looked like bland as fuck. And I was like, oh, Giovanni Ribisi's in it. Cool, great, whatever. So the guy that wrote the pilot or whatever, or created it, like left the show after that, and then the dude that writes Justified took over ever since.
What?
And yeah, I know, talk about a fucking great slop, right?
Yeah.
Hitting the fucking jackpot. And Bryan Cranston executive produces and co-created the show, and he's in the first season as like the I guess the main antagonistic force. He doesn't appear in every episode, but when he does appear, though, it's a very commanding presence, obviously, because he's Bryan Cranston, and it's a different character.
I haven't heard of him. I don't know who that is.
It's a totally different character from Walter White, too. That's what's very interesting about that part. But season 2 is like, I didn't think season 2 would be great without Bryan Cranston, and I was fucking wrong. I was wrong as shit, and I love that. Anyway, sorry, had to vamp about that show for a little bit. So the first matchup is, oh man, all right. Well, the first matchup is 16 seed Mr. Robot versus Breaking Bad. God damn it.
I'm fat. I would just fast vote this.
Oh, I've missed number 14. Number 14. I'm just gonna put in. I'm gonna put in a surprise entry. You guys won't know what it
Oh no.
You're gonna put a surprise entry against The Wire, the one that y'all have never seen?
is. Yeah.
God damn it.
It's gonna go really well.
Okay.
We've all seen it though. Anyway, and we all like it. So it's not like a shitty show. It's not like it's NCIS versus The Wire. You're welcome, JD. Anyway, this is
killed off by some shitty show.
I love Mr. Robot, but this is definitely a quick vote for me.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad over Mr. Robot. When Mr. Robot ends, maybe it'll be an actual debate one day. You know.
Maybe.
But it's still got its story to tell, even though it's fucking brilliant. Even in season 3, which is like the best television I watched last year. That's some of the best television I watched last year. But it's just, how do you compete with a full, complete arc at this point?
Yeah.
It's really challenging. But JD, you're first, and then Kyle, then me. So it was a quick vote, right? So.
Yeah, definitely going to go with Breaking Bad.
Yeah, what a fucking poser.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going first.
I
Fuck
know.
you.
That's why it makes no sense. Kyle, what's your vote?
It's gonna be BB for me.
All right, double B for me too. All right, so the next round is, these are very similar shows tonally and visually. We have Sherlock, number 8 seed, versus number 9 seed Hannibal.
Ooh.
This makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm first this
Shit.
round, and I'm not excited about it at all. I did rank Sherlock higher for crime reasons. Like Hannibal, man, they're right neck and neck for me on my top 10.
Wow.
But
That's
Hannibal is more of like a psychological analysis. God damn it. But at the same time, though, Will Graham is spending his whole time, his entire, whatever, his existence in the beginning of the show and whatnot, up until he becomes more obsessed with Hannibal. That's his job, though, right? Is to psychoanalyze criminals to find the killers and stuff. So, I mean, there's a giant crime element to it, but damn it. That's literally what Sherlock does, though. They take crimes to him, and they're like, hey, solve this for me. I don't know. This is really tough. Whatever, fuck it. I'll just go Hannibal, whatever. For the underdog, whatever. And I think next is JD.
Yeah, I hate to give Sherlock the short end of the stick, man, because I haven't seen because that's what, like a 3-episode series each one, like maybe 3 or 4 each time.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Hannibal just because of the stylized aspect of the food and just how they integrate that into every single episode, and you're not quite sure what the fuck they're eating, but you know it's probably people. Yes. And just the cinematography in that one stands out to me a lot. The violence is like 10 times worse than I would expect for an NBC show.
Yeah, that was on NBC the whole way through. It didn't switch networks at one point or anything.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. I have no idea how they were able to
shit.
show that.
So I'm gonna go Hannibal. I haven't finished season 3 of that one yet, but I feel like the first 2 are enough for me to justify that one. So I'm gonna go Hannibal, but I love Sherlock, man. Those are the definitive Sherlock and Watsons for me. Like even more than Downey Jr. and Jude Law. Like those two,
and I like those movies. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, I mean they're fine. But those two, that's who I think about.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to them. And this decision's probably on me for having not watched the rest of the show. But whatever.
I assume Kyle would have gone the other way because he hadn't seen all of Hannibal.
Sherlock, and I think deep down y'all both know that Sherlock should have won.
Dude,
no, you're right. The only reason I'm not going Hannibal is I like JD. I've only seen a very bit of Hannibal, so I can speak to it, but not all about it. So, maybe my opinion would be much different had I seen that all the way through. So.
You'll like the next matchup. This is a gimme for you. This is a gimme for Kyle. Hannibal moves on, but the next matchup is number 13 seed Mindhunter, which Kyle's a big fan of and has recently seen, versus number 4 seed, another one of Kyle's favorites, Sons of Anarchy. So Kyle, where do you vote on this one?
Why would you do that? You guys have never seen Sons of Anarchy, so yeah. Oh, is it good? I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's stupid.
So
they're all like wearing sneakers on motorcycles. Nobody does that.
I don't know. Yeah, motorcycles are dumb, so whatever. I'm gonna have to go Mindhunter just because I haven't seen the other one. So Bang Bang Boom. I really don't know what else to say. I mean, I really like Mindhunter a lot.
Me too.
And man, what a nice study on, again, like psychology and stuff like that. Yeah. So maybe it's got a kind of in common with Hannibal and everything in that regard. But yeah, I don't know. And I'm really excited for Mindhunter season 2. And I think it's just got a really good style and just kind of man, really makes you think and everything. Sons of Anarchy, never seen it. I'm sure it's great. Yeah,
you'd like it a lot. You'll have a lot of oh shit moments in it, and it just gets like just when you think you're past the hump of like, oh, they're certainly not going to kill more people after that. They fucking do.
Oh boy.
It's
like Game of Thrones on bikes.
I was so infuriated by a certain death in season 6, I think, like second to last season, in the finale. I was so infuriated, and I was just like shouting and shit at the TV. You fucking serious? Like I was so mad.
I think for me it's not only who dies, but it's who kills them.
Yeah,
you're like,
that's true.
Because you see the seeds pretty much, except for like the random like gang related shit. You see a lot of
there is some random death, but that's part of their world.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, of course. That's just not casual violence, but that's just kind of like that's just part of that world.
Right.
But yeah, man, when you see it brewing for 8 episodes at a time, and you know that these two people are being put together, and it's like, who's gonna win this?
Kyle, you'll get to see Taylor Sheridan, who we all love his movies now. You get to see him act.
I don't know who that is.
You get to see him fucking act.
Wait, really?
Who is that?
He's Hale in the first. He's Sheriff Hale.
God damn it! I knew I fucking recognized him.
Who is that guy? I can't put a.
Oh, Hell or High Water writer. He wrote and directed Wind River.
Wait, he's acting?
Yeah, he's an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, how weird.
He is an actor in the first, it's like 2 seasons, I think.
And he quit like acting on purpose.
Son of a bitch!
Like,
I'm gonna go watch that show now.
yeah,
God damn
right.
it.
He quit
I'm like,
acting
why
on
do I
purpose.
know that
'cause
name,
he
but
was
I don't
like-
know his face? Yeah, because he's a writer. I've never seen his face.
Right,
okay.
but when you eventually start watching the show, because you are in a what's the mood I'm looking for? What's the mood, right word for the mood I'm looking for? I don't fucking know what I'm trying to say.
I don't
You're in
know.
a very gracious mood with your time in terms of
there you
catching
go.
up on
There you
shows
go.
that you've missed. So
Yeah.
you'll get
Oh,
to
yeah.
it eventually, and then at one point, whenever you're further into it and you recognize people's names and stuff, I'll be like, "That's fucking Taylor Sheridan." And you'll be like, "Oh my god!"
Fuck off.
Yeah, and when he dies,
watch The Wire first.
It's don't watch The Wire first. Watch Sunshine.
Watch The Wire first.
Sons
Watch The Wire
is
first.
easier.
Wait, is The Wire better?
Yeah. Yeah. Infinitely. You wouldn't have any of the shows that we were talking about without The Wire. So
That's
there's
bullshit.
that.
Is The Wire
On a
like
hat.
shorter?
No. What?
Is The Wire shorter?
No.
It's 5
Well,
seasons.
How many
I mean,
seasons?
it's got that HBO effect. So an hour is a true hour.
Yeah.
FX is they're
Yeah.
40 minutes with a few extended here or there.
But it's not 20 episodes
I would-
season.
I would say
No,
it's about an
it's 10
equal amount of
episodes.
time because The Wire's 5 seasons and Sons is 6 or 7
Yeah.
shorter episodes. So yeah, equal.
7 seasons for Sons, 13 episodes each season.
Oh, not 28 or whatever the norm is nowadays.
Right, yeah, it's an
Right.
FX show. So fortunately, we only selected
64 episode seasons, everybody.
right.
There's not even that many weeks in the year. How did you?
We didn't select any NBC shows that were like, I mean, outside of Hannibal, that's different though. But we didn't select any NBC Fox shows that are in syndication because they place 24 episodes a season. That's fucking ridiculous. We went with the shows that just because they're good. I mean, that doesn't have to do with the length, but the length helps quality. It really does. Because when you have 24 episodes, you end up like Heroes. So,
Ew.
where it's like, guys, keep it tight, and you can make a better show. And
We ran out of money, and so we're just gonna stab the bad guy at the end. He's just gonna die.
Lower that FX
All right,
budget.
cool.
Nobody
yeah,
with
that's
powers
fine.
has powers
no,
anymore.
No, can you do it like in a cool place? Yeah, I guess we'll do it like in a fountain area. That's fine.
just literally just stab him, even though he has all these
That's
powers.
how that ending felt to me. I was just
Yeah.
like, really?
It did feel like an under budget type of ending, where like, shit, we only have X amount of dollars. How are we gonna?
Dude,
how
but
are
that
we gonna do
first
this?
season is so good. Like, you
It's
don't
so
care that
the
it's 24
build-up is
episodes,
amazing.
but
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
You know? And then it's just like the worst climax ever. You
Yeah.
know, just like, oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
there's a lot of it makes no sense. Like Peter was saying something to Siler at one point, like I'm the one that beats you or whatever, and then Nathan flies in from out of fucking nowhere and he acts like he heard what Peter just said, and I'm like, that's not fucking possible. That's not his superpower. He couldn't hear that
He
shit
doesn't have super hearing also.
from supersonic fucking speeds. He couldn't hear
Yeah,
that
he
shit.
he definitely has the power of being a super douche. So I mean, he's got
True.
2 powers for sure.
It doesn't have to be that way, Pete. What the fuck? How the fuck did you hear it? All right, whatever. That's like my main gripe about that finale. That's fucking
Man.
weird.
I haven't gone back and rewatched that because what's the point at this point?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep watching after that shit.
You're just
No.
to get
Yeah, why
excited
would
and then
you?
get disappointed again. That's the
No,
only reason.
no. Oh, what could have been? Yeah, a lot. It could have been really great.
Yeah.
But writer.
Can't wait to
strikes
watch that arc with the twins again. Yeah, no.
Let's take away everybody's powers twice.
Yeah, twice.
So I guess JD
so-
and I can. I mean, Mindhunter's great, but JD and I can totally do a quick vote on this one. So I'm gonna vote
Yeah.
Sons. JD, where are you
Yeah,
gonna?
Sons.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Sons.
Riding through this
Not
world.
gross.
Riding through this world
Nobody knows what that is. Okay.
all
Yeah.
alone.
Nobody. Hey, shut your mouth. Nobody knows what that is. All
They
right.
picked it because it has the word crow in it. That's the only reason that it's that song, because the crow flies straight. That's it. That's
I
literally
think it's
the
Kurt
only
Sutter's
reason.
Yeah,
band.
that means.
The-
Is it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me. Kurt Sutter's got his fingerprints all
I
over
think
that show.
he's like a bassist.
He's
or some
involved
shit
in
that
everything.
band. Yeah.
Can Charlie actually act in?
Oh, he slips in and out of his accent all the time in the show. It's pretty
Okay.
funny.
It's about Sam Crow. You're
yeah,
like, what? What did you?
Tara.
Sam Crow.
Yeah.
Sam? Is it Sam? Saddam Hussein?
Crow. We gotta.
Yeah.
We gotta.
That guy
find
irks me.
Tara.
But
He's
I'll give it a
good,
try.
though. He's good. He's super good.
No, yeah,
overall.
he's really great as Jax. Like he just oozes just a badass in the show.
Yeah.
And it's because of his presence, you overlook like some of the bullshit accent stuff that you totally catch when he does fuck up. But you just overlook it because he's just perfect for that role. He just really is.
Yep.
And you'll be amazed at how young everybody is. Ron Perlman's in it too. He's really fucking good in it.
I love Ron Perlman.
And Katie Seagal's in it, but that's because she's the wife of the writer / creator. So go figure.
Who's also in it?
That's fine. She's good in it though.
Who's Katie Seagal? Is that the girl from
Married with Children?
Married with Children. Thank you. Yeah,
and she's good at being like she's pretty much a bitch in the show, and it's great. I love it. It's so
she's
much
just
fun.
She's the deceitful mother hen.
Yeah, she's
it
fun.
works. She does it very well.
So Sons moves on. That's no surprise to anybody here, even Kyle that hasn't seen it. Doesn't matter. He knows how much we love it.
I'm surprised. I'm completely bewildered right now. So
Mindhunter is a great crime drama though, because it does analyze the psyche behind the most fucked up crimes you could imagine, and it's great.
Right.
And that's a new show, so I feel like we should definitely mention that. So people go see that show. It's great. It's on Netflix. It's huge.
More to come. Keep watching.
So the next matchup is number 12 seed American Crime Story versus number 5 seed The Night of. And these are both kind of new. These are new shows.
Yeah.
New shows. JD. How are you?
Man, I'm great.
And B,
how are you?
You are first.
Oh. I really thought we were going to have a nice little conversation here.
Yeah, sorry, I misled you.
It's just down to brass tacks, whatever. 2 hard on-mens for me. Man, I'm going to go with The Night of, man. Yes. Really. That was some of the most captivating, like, week to week, couldn't wait to sit down and watch that shit on Sunday night television that I've had in a long time. And while American Crime Story is great, it's very well executed. You feel like you're actually watching real people involved in that story because the actors are off the charts, especially the guy that played Cochran.
My God, he was Courtney B. Vance. He was so fucking good.
God, he was amazing. Just like I was glued to the screen the entire time with that. There was
Sterling K. Brown. This put both. of them
Sterling
on the
Brown
map.
was great. Yeah, for sure. But there was no mystery there for me. Like I know how the story ends. I know the twists and turns. Saw it while it happened. I've seen documentaries and shit on it over the years. So it was more just, I was watching it just for the sake of seeing how it was pulled off. But The Night of was like, how the fuck is this kid going to get out of this situation? And then you're like, did he do it and he not know it? Like I was so confused the entire time. It just took me on a ride. So I'm going to go with The Night of.
Yeah, I'm like, is that possible? Is it possible?
Yeah, I mean, dude, yeah.
And John Turturro in that one was great.
Oh, yeah, that was a great role for him.
He's so good in
that. The detective guy, who I can't remember his name, but he's shown up in a lot of stuff I've watched the last few years.
Yeah.
He was really good.
He's in that new show on Hulu, The Looming Tower, as well. He plays kind of like a second in command to Jeff Daniels' character or something like that. He's in the field trying to interrogate like terrorists and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's all over the place now, man. He's great.
Yeah.
He was kind of like a bit actor up until, in my opinion, like I hadn't seen him in anything that big up until Night of, and he's really good in that. Kyle, sorry, you're next. Hijacking.
No problem at all. I'm gonna go Night of as well. JD, I am so glad I didn't have to watch this show week to week. I would have killed myself.
Oh my God, it was.
I would have thrown myself out of a window or something. I got to binge this. I watched it in like 2 days, and it was fucking like it was. I was so captivated. Like I was so engaged, and I was so invested in what was going to happen to this guy, and when things start taking a turn for him, you're just like, no, like you're the good one, and it just it's interesting, man. It takes you exactly what you said. It takes you for a ride, and it's an unforgettable ride for me. It's when I try and throw out all the time when people are like, I need a new show. I'm like, watch Night of. You have HBO Go, watch it. Oh, I've never heard of it. Yeah, just go watch it.
Just go watch it. 6 episodes, done.
Yeah, dude, it's really easy to get into and get out, and then you're not waiting for a next season. Like it's
it's
an
done.
Encapsulated story,
And as a fan of The Wire, little show you might have never heard of, it's good to see It was good to see Michael K. Williams in that show. Because that's where I know him from is The Wire.
I know him from The Night of and from 999. He plays a cross-dressing like.
You need to watch The Wire. He's so good.
Prostitute.
So good.
In The Wire.
He is Omar, who is kind of like this like Grim Reaper type character that everybody in the projects knows his presence. Like he just walks down the street and people are fucking fearful of him.
Wow.
And he serves different roles in each season. Like he's definitely not a bad guy, but he's not a hero. So he's more the anti-hero role. That's kind of the bridge between law enforcement and the streets. And he finds a way to be more charismatic and compelling than Idris Elba as a straight up criminal. So there you go.
What?
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't believe you either.
Don't believe you.
I don't believe you, Anchorman.
Don't believe you. Lanolin?
Ladolin?
Lanolin?
Honestly, this is unanimous. I would have voted for you the night of too, because I love
Cool.
American Crime Story, but like, and that wasn't my list, but also was night of, I guess. But yeah, night of is just a deeper, more harrowing study of crime and specifically the prison life and what it can do to a person that's even has a promising future.
Well, and just how like everyone just wants to like let's just like get through this process, you know? It's just like, dude, that's like a person. Like, what do you mean? Let's just get through this. Like, that's a human being. Oh, it dehumanizes the entire like system, and that's pretty much how it works, you know. That's you know, I work with a lot of law enforcement stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, that's honestly how it is, you know. Like, it's not perfect, but it's what we got. I'm like, well, all right.
That's kind of fucked. All right, cool. We're cool with it, guys.
Thanks. Yeah, that's literally why I say,
and,
like,
you know,
my whole life goal is like, people are like, oh, I want to become a millionaire. I'm like, I don't want to go to prison ever or jail.
never.
If I don't go there, I win at life. I'm like number one at life if I don't go there. So
yeah, I don't want no wrong place, wrong time scenario where I somehow end up.
Ever like that, yeah. Just say no whenever a really pretty lady invites you in to do drugs.
Right.
She'll lie on you, and it's gonna look bad.
Can you just taste my dick without the drugs?
Just say yes, but then just don't stay the night, because that's where he went wrong. He stayed the night. You don't do that. You got to have your faculties about you and not pass out like a little bitch.
Yeah, that's true. See? Yeah.
Don't be such a lightweight.
Yeah.
See?
Handle your drugs better.
It's his fault for being a little bitch.
salt, man. Yeah.
He's just being a big old bitch.
A little bitch. All right. So
We're shaming this poor guy, this poor kid.
So the night of moves on, and the next matchup is 15 seed Justified. It was Justified. Well, that was Bill Clinton apparently doing an impression of Timothy Olyphant.
Not have sexual relations with that revolver.
All right. Hey, why'd you shoot that guy? It was Justified.
I don't know.
That's what you need to know.
I've been shooting blanks since Hillary married me. She don't even know. All right, whatever. That's not true. They have kids. What the fuck am I talking?
You got some titties I want to play with, Hillary. All right.
Yeah, this is not considered adultery.
All right, so Justified versus number 2 seed. Ooh, you betcha, it's Fargo.
You
bet. Yeah.
Yeah, so even for me, even though I love Justified, this is a quick vote, right? That's what we're doing.
Quick vote for me.
So it's going to be me, then JD, then Kyle. So I go Fargo, JD.
Yeah, I'm going to go Justified, actually, but that's only because I've seen all of Justified and haven't seen all of Fargo yet, so I'm not weighing in season 2, which, whatever. Anyway, sorry, that defeats quick vote purposes.
Wow.
Sorry. I was against quick voting. I was against it.
Wow.
Whatever. But yeah, it's probably Fargo. Like, big picture, honestly, being practical, probably
right
Fargo.
It's not even comparable. Whatever. All right, whatever.
Look, I made my list just based on what show I liked more, and I put shows that I'd seen all of on top of ones that I hadn't necessarily seen all of or watched in a long time.
So you watched that one season with Billy Bob Thornton.
No, I've seen 1 and 3. I haven't seen 2.
But all you needed to see was the first season to go, oh, this is better than all of Justified.
No, I know that season is probably better than Justified, but my top 4 shows are shows that I've seen all of. Fargo, Hannibal, haven't seen all those yet. Better Call Saul, Daredevil, and True Detective are still going. And then there's The Sopranos, which is worse. So, whatever.
And then, Kyle, I know your vote is for Fargo. So, Fargo moves on. Look, Justified's really well written.
Yeah, man.
And I hear it's
deliberately
paced, it was before he died by like the best like TV like screenplay writer or whatever.
Graham Yost. That fucking
guy.
guy.
There you go.
And Walton Goggins as the and he's not really like the main bad guy or whatever, but he's like the adversary or a thorn in Timothy Olyphant's side, like the whole.
Yeah, he's not always like the target, but he's
They
definitely.
team up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's just
literally
just like kind of there.
Vegeta action. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I love just anytime he opens his mouth, it's just
I like
captivating.
when bad guys crossing the line back and forth. That's kind of fun.
Exactly.
I like
Well,
that.
Timothy Oliphant's character is not a saint either. Like he rides that line pretty
But he's
hard.
but he's
Especially in the
justified.
beginning. Yeah,
He
he
is
just shoots a
justified.
dude. Yeah.
He shoots Boyd. I mean, not to spoil it, but it's whatever happens in the first episode. Fucking get over it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's like the whole reason the show exists is because
That
he
was
shoots Boyd and then
justified.
gets
Hillary.
whatever.
Hillary, that was justified. All right. So the next matchup is number 10 seed Daredevil. Ding, 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 ding.
We got
That's a
Daredevil
great
on here.
theme.
We let that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daredevil's on
Cool.
here.
Guys, we did it.
versus number 7 seed True Detective, you guys. A detective that is one with a truth to him. So Kyle, you are you're first in this one.
I could quick for this one. It'd be True Detective for me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just I've only seen the first season. I'm only judging it off that. I should be more honorable like JD. I should be judging things on big picture. But fuck it, my list is very sparse, so I had to make do. But yeah, True Detective season 1 is like some of the best TV ever, and it's definitely some of the best crime drama ever. Like just
For sure.
just
Yeah.
period. It's just it's outstanding stuff. And Daredevil's awesome. Man, like I remember watching the very first season of Daredevil and going, I can't fucking believe this is this good. Like I cannot fucking believe they pulled this off. And then the second season comes out, and I really enjoy that one too. Like Punisher really takes it to some really interesting places, and yeah, man, it's a great series or whatever. But True Detective is just more through and through like what we're talking about here with this list, and it's a crime drama. So I might have to go True Detective.
And a lot of people will argue because there's moments of action in Daredevil, like, oh, it's an action show. And I don't think it is. Like, Netflix does this thing where they're trying to focus their superheroes on more crime-related elements. Luke Cage does it. Jessica Jones does it. I don't know if Iron Fist does it. Never going to find out because that show's a piece of shit.
Are you going to watch season 2? Like, are you going to, like...
If Luke Cage is in it, maybe. I don't know.
You're gonna. What if it's awesome?
Yeah, what if it's really good?
I don't know. I mean, it's doubtful, but
It's super doubtful.
if I do watch it, I won't watch season 1. I'll just be like,
Oh,
we're just
yeah,
gonna
you never
start this
finished
blind.
season 1.
Yeah,
No,
you
but
don't
you
start
don't know what
blind.
happens. Like, he screams about being the protector of Kunlun, and, like,
Yeah. I
at the
assume
very
that's how it
end,
went
he
down.
goes back and it's not there anymore. And then he's like, well, I guess we'll go back to America.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what happens.
Oh, well, that's shitty. 13 episodes and then it's like that. It fucking
Literally
sucks.
nothing else happens that entire show except for what I just told you. Like,
Wow, that's such a
Yeah.
bummer.
the Meachums die. I
I would
don't know.
even throw like
that-
Defenders in there as a good crime drama. Like they just focus a lot on the mystery elements of the criminal underlords or underworlds. Yeah, they just do a really good job with it. Punisher's really good at it too. I mean, but that's more of like a military espionage type of thriller. It feels like at times than a street crime drama. Anyway, Daredevil's a good one, but yeah, I'm voting True Detective as well. Like that first season carries so much weight that it beats Kingpin, it beats the Punisher season. Come on, like it's so fucking good that it more or less defines, as Kyle was saying, the genre that we're speaking to right now. So come on, you guys. True Detective moves on. Sorry, JD.
No, it's cool. And I realized I really should have put True Detective 9 and Daredevil 10 because in my head I was like, no, I was thinking about the long takes because the two defining moments in both of these shows, action-wise, are those long takes in each one. And True Detectives is like a fucking masterpiece.
It is.
True Detective
It's like
is
a 15
12 minutes
minute-
long. Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
it's
so
very,
long.
it's very long. It's half
crazy.
that episode. Yeah.
And Daredevil's was cool because that was the coolest thing you've ever seen on a comic book TV show. But
Yeah.
True Detective was cool because that was the coolest thing like I've ever seen,
Yeah.
pretty much.
yeah.
Period. At that point, McConaughey going ham.
Yeah, that
so
was,
it it was
I had to
fucking
keep
awesome.
on reminding myself. I'm like, "No, this shit hasn't cut yet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a good moment of, not just tension and I guess you could call it action, but it was just great filmmaking, like on top of all of that. So like, Daredevil's got its little stunts where it does single take stuff in both seasons. They try to emulate that in the second season a little bit, but it's more like a look at this fucking awesome action set piece or whatever. in one secluded location, and he's trying to fight all these people and stuff. And look how human he is and stuff. And it's great. I'm not trying to talk shit about it, but it's just True Detective. The scope of that like continuous dolly shot is fucking insane. Like it's through the entire neighborhood. It's insane.
It's crazy.
Oh man, it's so great. That first season is going to carry a lot of weight for the brackets, that's for sure. Especially Russ Cole. Russ Cole's character.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut up some cocaines for you.
Smoke those
you ever hear about the devil? They're inside all of us.
Don't let me smoke, Murph. All right.
It's a flat circle. Time.
Murph, you like my mustache, Murph?
So the next matchup is The Wire versus a mystery opponent.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck yo.
Oh, jeez.
It's Jessica Jones.
You did it.
Oh, okay.
Jessica!
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 I don't even want to. I am going to plead the fifth on this one.
Yes.
JD, you're first, so you know.
The Wire.
Oh, you're just not even. You're not even going to try to.
The Wire. Yeah. The Wire.
How do I say it slower? The Wire. So JD's voting is for The Wire. So Kyle, how are you gonna vote on this one?
I really wish you were going next because I don't know what to do. Do I
know, right?
Go against my integrity and choose something that I've never seen before, or choose a thing that didn't even make any of our lists?
No. You know The Wire is good in your heart.
I mean, I guess I have to choose The Wire, right? I mean, like, Jessica Jones wasn't even in the conversation earlier, and it's
yeah, it wasn't at all.
It seems like a buy, you know. I think this is a buy. I think this is a buy round. I don't think I'm going to put my credibility on the line.
She's not bi. I think she's straight.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's exactly what I meant. Yeah, I guess The Wire because Legacy or whatever.
Yeah, it's got more. It's got more shit on it. It's got more awards and stuff.
Well, I heard it's about crime too, you know?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of like this introspective look on the city as a whole. It's like a social commentary type thing of yeah. It's kind of like David Simon lived in that world. He was actually,
he was a
part of law enforcement. Yeah. He was in that world like a motherfucker, so it's authentic.
I watched his other stuff. I watched Show Me a Hero, which was an Oscar Isaac miniseries where he plays somebody, a totally real person that tries to help. I believe he tries to help government housing people that live in government housing, whatever. Mm-hmm. And just all the politics of it just get to him, and he ends up killing himself at the end. It's fucking sad, and it's a real story. Like this dude, for real existed. Great story. Great show, I should say. Not a great story. It's a fucking terrible story.
What a story, Mark.
But then The Deuce came out last year, and that was fine. It just jumped around a lot for me, and I just didn't end up getting as invested as I thought I would. I don't know. JD, did you try watching The Deuce?
I did not, actually. I wanted to, but I think I ditched HBO right when that was going. So I'll get to it when I rekindle the subscription for Westworld. So
that's happening, and I'll be doing
next
the same
month. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'll be getting HBO myself, and I'll be able to watch the Wires and
all the Wires.
It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime as well, all seasons. Just
I don't have the Prime, so
just
my free 3 months ran out. So.
The Primeses.
Primeses.
Oh no! It's
oh
the
God!
Primeses.
Is that a reference to Battlestar? I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I would feel weird voting
stuff,
for as much as I like Jessica Jones in the second season and stuff, and how much it leaned into the PI work.
It's very
in the first few episodes. I really liked it. I really liked that feel, that whole noir feel, that whole hard-boiled detective solo saxophone while you're drinking scotch over a case files. I like that feel.
Dug that.
That's a crime show right there.
Y'all.
And she rarely uses her powers, so you kind of forget about. Oh right, it's
I
a
always
superhero.
forget, and then she'll throw someone across the room. I'm like, oh yeah.
But I think that's the great thing about it is you don't want to think about that the entire time. You don't want to just be like, it's a gimmick. You want to humanize these people as much as you can, and I think Jessica Jones does the best job of it of all those shows, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Iron Fist certainly doesn't fucking do that for me. Anyway,
Iron Fist is my favorite. So
oh my god, I knew it.
I knew it.
You and fucking Kunlun.
That show is so insufferable, and I think that they should just quit. Like they should all just quit.
Yeah, they should all just quit. And if they're like in the later seasons or whatever, they're like, "Hey, have you talked to Danny? I don't know. I heard he died. All right, cool.
Yeah, I heard
Good
he
enough for me."
cried himself to death. He just kept crying, and then he fucking died.
Heard he killed himself because he's a terrible
I'm
person.
the fucking protector of Kunlun, and no one's taking me seriously.
It's like,
And he
dude, it's because
blows
you're
his
wearing a
fucking
suit and
brains
tennis
out.
shoes. Like, that's why nobody takes you seriously. The Kunlun stuff is just
Yeah.
secondary.
Yeah, it's
I
to
know.
your bad fashion choices. Yeah, that's
And like at this point, he's so fucking corny. I want him to just wear his like classic costume, which looks fucking preposterous. Like
Right.
it's just a fucking stupid looking thing.
yeah,
Yeah, might as well wear it because you're a fucking cartoon character. So
exactly. It's you're supposed to be fucking silly, and it's just way too serious. Anyway, The Wire.
Yeah.
I would have voted for that one too, even though I love Jessica Jones, because it's like, it's pedigree and shit. So the next matchup is, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm Sopranos. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey.
Versus Better Call Saul, number 6 seed.
Oh, man.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm first in this one. So I've seen a few episodes of Sopranos, but it's totally, they were like on lunch breaks and they were out of context, so I really can't contribute to that a whole lot, honestly.
You missed 2 shows that are largely responsible for the golden age of television, man.
I don't know what that means.
It's harsh.
God. Oh my god. I feel really.
I need wine. I need wine.
I feel really weird right now. Listen to them pour that wine. Jesus Christ!
Was that a heavy pour or what?
It was epic.
Nice.
You said I need wine, and you meant it.
I did. Not as good as Trader Joe's, but it's still good.
It's real good.
I think Trader Joe's is better. Sorry.
I'm just delaying my vote.
How is $2 wine better than whatever you're doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
Cannot compute. I'm just gonna, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with Sopranos because I don't want to be a fuckface.
Really?
Sorry. Yeah, this is weird. The next round is gonna be 2 shows I know fucking nothing about. But whatever.
Why would you do that?
Because it's Sopranos, man, and it did win way more awards than The Wire, so it's probably gonna beat it. To be honest. But
it was the more mainstream show of those 2
yeah,
for sure.
it is absolutely. And yeah, the ending happened. It happened. People need to move on with their lives. I know it is what it is, or whatever.
Hey, it is what it is.
We got James Gandolfini on the show.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm back from the dead.
He's a double. All right.
That's so applicable, and like nobody's gonna know that
It
quote
is
like
a little
offhand. You have to really keep who you know that.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna go Sopranos.
Good.
Who gives a fuck about this round? So I love Better Call Saul though.
Yeah, I do too.
It's just
You guys
that
don't.
show
No,
is still
neither
finding-
of you
it's still
love
finding
Better Call
itself.
Saul. all
yeah,
right?
we fucking hate
Yeah,
Better
you're
Call
right.
Saul. That's
You're
true. No, it
Oh, I
delivered
don't.
the best.
That's my mic impression.
It delivered its best season last year and one of the
Yes.
best seasons in television last year.
So you're a fake.
I don't know. The crime aspect is more present in Sopranos. I know that much too because I have seen enough episodes of it.
Yeah.
No, it's like a seedy, again, another criminal underworld, underbelly of certain, what is it, New Jersey?
Yeah, it's Jersey. Yeah.
Jersey, yeah. Whatever. I'm just going with the one for the legacy that I actually know about too. So, and
There
also
you go.
Jamie Lynn Sigler. Good for her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's great.
Good for her.
Good for her. And JD's next.
Yeah, man. Definitely going to be The Sopranos for me. Not a slight on Better Call Saul at all. I just think that show is still finding itself a little bit in a good way. Like it's just now getting into its stride, like you said. Do they have a timetable? Like, are they trying to wrap this up after 5 as well? 5 seasons?
That's possible. That's likely.
Yeah.
If it ends up going longer, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, I mean, because the end game and everything's kind of starting to get going. Like, it really does feel like Breaking Bad
Yeah,
light
as soon as they
at this
introduced
point.
Gus, I'm like, Gus was introduced in season 3 of Breaking Bad, and then it ended
Right.
2 seasons later. So,
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Breaking Bad is great. I just still, I'd have difficulty sleeping if I voted for that show over a show with the legacy of The Sopranos.
Difficulties sleeping.
Well, I have difficulty sleeping anyway. I'm just trying to blame it on the fucking show.
You're sleeping with the fishes. How you doing? How you doing?
Look, you guys know I'm like sending messages like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. I don't sleep for shit.
Yeah, I know, and I appreciate that because I get to ignore something in the morning.
Ooh. Bitch.
Heyo.
Ayo.
It's usually Battlestar Galactica talk if it's late night talk.
Yeah, usually some type of fucking Cylon reference. Pieces of shit.
Or just like amazing annihilation analyses or whatever.
If you make y'all's references to Battlestar Galactica has made Katie Sackhoff unattractive to me.
Really?
Who?
No,
What?
I'm just kidding.
Is that the Cylon?
That's Starbuck.
Oh, that's Starbuck.
Yeah,
oh,
I know.
come on.
Dude,
She gets hotter as the season goes on.
I'm
She's good.
just-
it's the hair. It's the hair. It gets longer as it goes.
It gets longer, and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's not even
She
the problem.
does have a really glam moment on Cloud 9 in season 1 where she's like all glammed up.
Oh yeah, but she does it on purpose to give Captain Flyboy blue balls. So
Yeah. Fuck boy Apollo.
Yeah,
Fuck Apollo.
Apollo.
Fuck Paulo.
Apollo.
God damn it.
Ah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to say something ridiculous to
Watch that and then watch The Wire.
to illustrate how annoyed I am with each
See
reference.
how much he wants you to watch Battlestar like over the wire. That's
know what?
crazy.
You know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna watch Sons of Anarchy again. All right.
Fine, that's fine. I can't argue with that. I kind of want to right now also.
Yeah, I never watched it back again after it ended.
Not since the final season. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Great
Let's all
finale. by the way.
watch it together.
We
Okay,
should- you know
if
what?
you're
We
down.
should.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
Only
it.
when
Let's
we're
We can
together.
just start
that
it,
means,
and we can
Only-
check in every few days. And...
Yeah,
Guys, it's
I thought you meant
Sun's
physically.
FaceTime time.
physically we have to fly it.
I will binge the whole show when you're here in a couple weeks.
yeah, right, exactly.
All right, so the next matchup is Hannibal versus Breaking Bad, and I still think we can quick vote.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a quick vote, right?
Yeah,
All right,
it's
cool.
BB for me.
All right, cool. So I'm next. It's definitely a double B squared. It's B squared for me too. And JD. I like how you get more ridiculous as we go along. That's great. I think it's gonna be.
There you go. And this got Bill Burr. You know, don't know if you know, Breaking Bad's got Bill Burr.
Hey, you know he's coming down. How you doing? I'm on The Sopranos.
Hey, Mr. Bedecky, gonna need you to just sign that fucking check.
Is he on The Sopranos, really?
No.
No, he's in Breaking Bad.
It's on Breaking
is in
Bad.
Breaking Bad,
Bill
yeah.
Burr is one of Saul's goons, man. He's like,
I remember.
he's subtle.
Yeah, he is.
No,
he's
he's good
He's in
now.
like 5
Yeah.
episodes, maybe
He's a
total.
laid-back Bill Burr.
Yeah.
He's
It's
more
good,
like
though.
this volume. How you doing? I'm Bill Burr.
Hey, I'm on the show and I'm like at level 6 Bill Burr right now.
Yeah, because he's not angry. That's what's weird.
Right.
He never gets angry. He's even keel Bill Burr, and it works for some reason.
So here we go. Breaking Bad moves on. Next matchup is The Night of versus Sons of Anarchy. This one's actually pretty tough. So JD, you're first.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
Sons is gonna be, I guess, an obvious choice for me personally, but I don't want to discredit The Night of so easily. But we were singing its praises last round, so yeah, fuck it. Sons of Anarchy. Done.
Okay. I hear
Wow.
you. I get you. So Kyle, you're next.
I don't hear you, and I don't know. I've never seen that show. I made that clear last time we talked about it. It sounds like I would like it. I don't know. People die. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to do Night of.
Okay.
Night of was pretty high up there for me. I think it's just like that's crime. That's maybe it's not crime. It's about a crime. So it's not but really it's about the legal system
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
It's
So
about
hopefully,
crime. Yeah.
good. Well, hopefully someone doesn't make a case for it later. Like, well, it's actually about the legal system. It's like, well, that's fucking crime. But yeah, so it's Night of for me. Yeah,
It's night.
Cool.
Like if you completed the title of the show, it'd be The Night of a Crime.
the Night of.
Yeah, true.
So it's all about that crime and what happened as a result of it. Yeah, I'm going. Come on, I'm going Sons. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not going to last that much longer.
Yeah, probably not.
It's Hamlet with motorcycles, and I like it. All right. So the next matchup is I don't know why I'm doing that. It's True Detective versus Fargo.
Fargo.
Oh, yikes!
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh boy.
I'm not first. Oh wait, I am. Shit. Fuck me in the butthole.
Yeah, good.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with truly go with my gut here,
Yeah, don't even.
Nice.
and just
like
go far beyond what anybody would expect me to say.
Go far, Fargo. Go far.
If I could
Fargo.
just speak the title of the show truthfully, I just want to say Fargo. Fargo's gonna be my choice.
Wow.
You got a lot.
I took
got
you guys
lot
on a
of
journey.
mileage out of that one.
I
That
know
was
I got
good.
a lot of mileage out of that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of my seat, only because I was uncomfortable, not because it was interesting. But still, I was
you
on
were
the
already
edge of my
sitting
seat.
there. Yeah.
You were that's where you comfortably sit when you
Yeah,
talk
I was
on the
just
podcast.
I was repositioning,
Yeah.
and I was at the edge of my seat right when you said that. So
Right. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. See, I'm picturing it right now. Yeah, I'm going with Fargo. It's just come on. The crimes are. I mean, they're kind of crime centric, right? Like, I mean, I don't know if it's like the first episode, obviously,
Yeah.
in the first season is very major. A fucking horrible crime goes down. And it's just about like seedy fucking people that know how to commit crimes and get away with it, and murder and shit like
Dude,
that. And
they're,
just
like,
get away
I would
with it
say-
scot free.
every season's about crime and like a different type of crime. And like
Yeah.
the first season's just about like a crime of passion, just like what I mean. Domestic dispute, and then number 2 is about organized crime, and then number 3 is about like corporate crime, about
yeah,
like money laundering. So like, it's so you take a different
That
like
is,
slice
yeah.
of crime every
I
single
forgot
season.
that number 2 is about a crime family. I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that. That's totally true. It's like The Sopranos.
Yeah. It's got a Cylon in it too. Season 2.
It does have a
Cylon
Cylon in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Jesus.
I won't
H.
tell you who it is
Fuck.
because that'd be a
Yeah,
spoiler.
because you have to
Probably-
wait.
Probably just spoiled it. Actually,
Yeah.
disregard that.
Is
God
it
damn it.
Patrick Wilson? Who are
Yeah,
we talking
it
about?
is.
All right.
No, nobody. Don't worry about it.
What's the
There's
Cylon?
actually
there's
there's not a Cylon at all.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong song.
Yeah, I just love Fargo so much. It's a totally different look at crime in the crime world. It's there's some farcical shit in it, of course, peppered throughout the show, but it's never overwhelming to the point where I would consider it a full blown comedy, like ever, because the drama and the stakes and the tension are just too high for me to ever go, haha, that episode was hilarious. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
right.
never the case. Especially in season 3 where you have Mary Elizabeth Hotface with the deaf guy, the deaf guy. And
Mr. Wrench.
They're running around with each other, trying to escape, pretty much live, trying to survive and beat these people that are after them. And that entire episode is as intense. That's just intense as fuck, and it's just following them pretty much the entire episode.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say one part was funny or anything. I mean, there was a very violent part in the middle that made me go, "Oh shit!" But it
Yeah.
wasn't like I was out of my seat, out of the floor laughing or whatever. It's whatever. It's a drama. People suck it up. Just accept it. I love it, and I want to make babies with it, and that's my
Okay.
choice. So next up is it's motherfucking JD.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fargo as well, man,
Yes.
for sure.
Wow.
Slow clap. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. Only because I've seen 2 seasons of that, and I've seen 2 seasons of True Detective, and yeah,
You're gonna take it there, huh? See,
They're-
you're gonna
they're
take
both-
it there.
they're both combined, they're both better.
Yeah.
But whatever. I love True
agree with that.
Detective though, so
I do too.
I can't wait for the new one. Hopefully that's
Same here.
hopefully that adds a little balance to the scale.
Yeah,
of,
and
of
you
quality.
have Jeremy Saulnier who did who did Green Room and Blue Ruin, is directing like the whole series. And,
Oh, cool.
Is it David Simon or David West? The guy who did Deadwood. The guy who did Deadwood is co-writing the season.
Cool, dude. That'll be good then.
Yeah,
I think that'll be really
and it's
good.
the original
Yeah,
EoC
Green
guy
Room.
too.
I really like that movie. So
Deadwood.
no, I thought you said
Green Room.
the guy who's
Green Room.
directing
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Herschel Ali is the lead dude, and
Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be great, man.
one of the leading ladies from the last season, the second season of Girlfriend Experience, is in it, and she's a great actress. She knows how to sell really, really tense moments. She was like the one actress in the Girlfriend Experience that didn't get naked. It was really weird, but But you didn't care because her entire arc was really, really suspenseful. It was great. Anyway, I'm still excited for season 3, so I totally hear you on that. Holding out hope, man, for a redemption. HBO certainly is too. They got a lot of faith in the show. Kyle, where would you have voted on this one? I know you're a True Detective, pretty passionate about that show.
Yeah, man, it's one of the best one seasons of TV I've ever seen. I've never seen the second season again, so can't speak to that one. But the first season, as it stands alone, as its own story, is very good. Fargo has 3 incredible stories, though. On par with True Detective. Just especially that first season. That's just some of the best TV ever. And man, I'm really glad you got around to that finally.
Billy Bob, man,
God,
Jesus,
you just fucking yeah.
He has not left my brain. Just that whole character and everything. Just the way that he just casually talks about everything. He's got a story for everything.
Yeah,
Good
bad guy, man. Love
brilliant.
me a good bad guy.
And then the counter to that, Nygaard, is just Lester is just so perfect. He's what makes that show comical for the most part.
Yeah,
for me.
Sure. He's in over his head, from
his
first scene. It's just crazy.
Yeah. And you can see it too in his his face is saying one thing and his mouth is saying another as far as his emotional state in any given scene.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell he did it, Martin Freeman. I don't know.
I like that he spoilers on the first season if you guys haven't seen it. I like how he died pretty much walking on thin ice, literally.
I know, that was so funny.
Perfect.
Everything's
So
on the nose in
poetic for
that
him.
one though, the lead cop's name is Solverson.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's gonna figure it out. But it works.
I never noticed that. I'm so stupid.
And I love let's keep it down over there, okay? And I love
I'm sorry.
Silence.
the fuck was that? We had a tornado come through this fucking podcast. What was the name of the dude? David Thewlis. He was a great mysterious
Oh yeah, VM Varga.
element for season 3 as well.
Yeah.
And season 2 has the Native American dude who's like the mysterious element that you're
I
kind
don't
of
think
like.
I haven't met him yet.
Like,
I'm only in first
Oh,
episode.
man.
I don't know if
where
I've met
he's
him
like
yet.
a force,
He's
pretty
awesome.
much. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's great.
yeah. He's just unstoppable.
Yeah. And I love that all the seasons have that type of character where it's kind of an almost mystical element to them.
Yeah.
Love it.
And they get away with fucking literally everything. And that's why I love the final scene of Fargo season 3 so much. Because it's just that's the way every one of those seasons ends, is like the deeply bad guy who's mysterious in a way always gets away with it. So who cares? Just roll credits.
But this one, I think it had more. I think it had more to it in that moment with Carrie Coon.
Yeah.
Like just a little bit more.
Yeah, there was a trade-off there.
Yeah, for
Way
sure.
more ambiguity there. Where you're like, oh, I don't know. She may have him, but you're like, I don't know. He's too smart for this.
Yeah.
But they're both so sure.
And I
you're
think
just
the way
like,
that
I
the
don't
show
even know.
is just kind of like, does it really matter? Like, it's
No,
because
and it doesn't.
If he's caught, there's still more people like him, and if he's not, then whatever. The world keeps turning, and people like him will always get away with it. Whatever. It's such a great ending. Sorry for spoiling that season. If you guys haven't seen it, if you haven't seen it yet, what the actual fuck? Fargo moves on, and this is the JD round, is what I call it. And you're last, some fucking how. We have The Wire, which I think is about Idris Elba fixing piano wires that are broken.
So I
He's
thought
a
is it
cable guy.
electrical pianos or is it like real pianos?
Yeah, I think it's real ones because those are the ones with the wires in them.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're so right.
I gotta go fix the wire, or however he talks.
Doesn't have a British accent in this show, so sorry.
Hello, I'm Luther.
Not like
I'm
Luther.
Luther, but in the wire. All right. He is in the show called Luther, and it is a crime show, and it is an honorable mention for me. It's a great show.
Wouldn't have it without The Wire. Just saying.
You know what? You
Wouldn't
would,
have
because it's Idris Elba, and he's fucking amazing. How dare you?
Nah.
You're being racist right now.
Nope.
So The Wire is going to face The Sopranos. Hey, Tom. Hey,
Hey.
Tony. Big pussy.
Hey,
Or whatever.
His name is Big Pussy, yeah.
Hey, big push. Get over here.
Have you guys seen the sketch on Mad TV of The Sopranos censored?
No.
It's-
I'm guessing Will Sasso was.
It's like the cable edit, basic cable. Yeah, Will Sasso was James Gandolfini. It was the cable edit of The Sopranos where all the cuss words are cut out, and instead of beeping, they just cut to the next word.
no,
so it was
so it was
just
just like cut.
Mother, let me tell you something about that. and then it would just go like the next. It was so fucking great.
That's great.
I gotta send it to you because that shit still makes me laugh.
No.
Yeah,
I'll
I'd watch that. I
watch that.
love me some Sasso.
That's funny.
Oh man, me too. 10-minute podcast, good shit. I think it's going away though, or whatever. I don't know. Anyway,
Ooh.
yeah, this is the round that JD. This is the round that JD built. The house that JD built.
All right. Well,
Kyle's first. I guess just draw straws or something.
Yeah, what am I? I've my knowledge of Sopranos. I mean, can I just say I don't like strip clubs. I don't have fun at them. But like whenever, and I'm not being like a white knight. I just think they're not for me or whatever.
yeah,
either.
I would
Like,
agree. I've been once.
They're just
and-
weird. They're weird and they make me feel depressed.
Yeah, it's not where I want to spend
but,
my
like,
money if I have to.
Sopranos was wrapping up when we were going to strip clubs a lot in my early 20s or whatever. And I have seen more girls dance to Don't Stop Believing than I've ever want to see in my entire life. And that is literally my only association with The Sopranos.
Oh my god! So you're gonna go with The Wire because of that?
I don't know. I don't even know anything about The Wire. When you tell me Idris Elba is in it, I just go along with it. You could be lying. I have no idea.
But I'm not. But I'm not.
Yeah, Heath Ledger's in it, and fucking like, I'm like,
Heath
okay,
Ledger
yeah,
plays
that sounds.
He's like the serious Baltimore drug dealer, Heath Ledger. Let me tell you.
I believe it too.
Yeah.
I
Serious
mean,
shit.
so I don't know, man. I like organized crime more than I like street crime.
I just looked up Kyle, you'll know this. You'll appreciate this. I just looked up the cast, and Lance Reddick is in all 5 seasons. And do you know who
Yeah.
that is?
Yeah.
Kyle, do you remember him? He's I'm Savala from Destiny 2. I talk like this. I'm also in Quantum Break. Yeah,
I'm
he's the
also
guy who
in
talks
Lost.
like that in fucking everything.
Right.
But they wouldn't. Yeah. No, you do.
He's
it.
in fucking Fringe or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
he's
in
in Fringe, yeah.
He's like one of the
Little
lead
weird
guys
stuff
of
going on
the
He's
of
the
the
guy in
police
every
people.
video game.
Yeah. He's got a distinct voice. I get
He's
that.
got a very
Oh.
distinct. He's in Horizon.
Littlefinger's in this shit. That's cool.
Quantum Break.
I'm telling you, if it's anybody that ever had another show on HBO or in a good show now,
Bane. Sorry.
it
Wait,
started with
Littlefinger's in The Wire? Is that what you said?
That's where he got his start. He plays a up and coming district attorney or a candidate. He's like, I think he's a representative.
Sansa.
No accent. He has an even weirder accent in this one because it's like fake East Coast,
Yeah.
but it's like it's
He's
like
British.
not
It's just
quite
not, yeah, it
like
doesn't
and his
work.
name is it should be Carcetti, but it's Carcetti. He's like, yeah, I'm Carcetti, but it's I don't know. It's kind of
he's
weird.
Irish, my bad. So that
Yeah,
explains the
he's
accent on
Irish.
Game of Thrones because he's trying to be British and he's Irish.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
one,
no. That's why he's bleeding into Irish and British constantly during the entire show.
Sansa.
Sansa.
Sansa. He's
You never
really good at
told me
this
what my
season though.
plunge was. It's like,
He's
dude,
only in
what
like
do you?
one or two later seasons of The Wire.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's good
Cool.
cast. Tyrese from Walking Dead's in it. I remember that
Oh
specifically.
my god, his character! Holy shit!
Because he.
I don't know who
When,
that
Shouldn't
when
have
he
to
was in
sell
Walking
this show
Dead-
this hard.
When he was in Walking Dead, I remember him doing like press for it, and this is when I gave a shit about Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And he was doing interviews, and everybody would always bring up his character on The Wire, like, "Oh man, I loved your character in The Wire" and stuff like that.
Dude,
I'm like, "Oh
yeah.
man, I didn't know that."
Yep.
But I should have known. Like people like with bigger, like that end up having bigger careers, recognizable faces and stuff. Start out with the big fucking shows like this one. They start out somewhere, you know.
Yeah, but man, like Michael B. Jordan was, I think, 12 in his role
I've
in The
seen a
Wire.
screenshot of that. Yeah.
So it's really, really trippy to see him young with cornrows and shit, and his character is just like, oh boy, I don't know if you have a soul if you don't get worked up with what he goes through. God damn it!
So you're trying to say
Watch-
Sopranos
watch
is
a
the
fucking
best. Kyle, did you even vote? I don't even know what happened.
Oh, I thought y'all were just gonna forget and move on. I guess I'll go The Wire.
Okay. I'll just go Sopranos. Fuck it. I know
Yeah,
the
The
most
Wire.
about that show. So
The Wire.
okay, you fucker.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. It's not even a conversation.
We should have done Sopranos just to knock it out, and we'd be like, "You did this to yourself, JD. You did this.
It's fucking over.
Bitches.
You wanted both of these fucking lame shows on here, and now
both of these
now
lame
one
shows,
ate the
right.
other.
Yeah, exactly. Snake eating its tail.
Ouroboros. Yeah.
So here we go. The next matchup. Here we go. You guys ready?
Yep.
It's Breaking Bad versus Sons of Anarchy.
Ooh,
I know, right?
I like
JD,
this.
JD, you're first in this one.
man. Oh boy,
The Wire.
the Wire. Wait, wrong round. Sorry. It's gonna be Breaking Bad for me, and I don't mean to say that so easily, but I kind of do because it really is like, I'll concede that Breaking Bad is a more entertaining show than The Wire. I'll absolutely give you that. Week in and week out, like every episode has suspense and shit. So it's similar to Sons in that way, because I remember a lot of later episodes being structured with the "what the fuck is gonna happen at the end of this episode" type thing with Sons. But yeah, man, it's Breaking Bad. I think the characters are a little more developed in Breaking Bad. Sons of Anarchy has like
There aren't as
30
many as
people
them,
that you
so,
care about,
yeah.
and Breaking Bad's like, you got like 10 people that you really care about, and then all the people on the periphery. So yeah, it's gonna be Breaking Bad by a slim margin for sure. Sons is still great though. Watch it, Kyle. Watch it, Kyle. Watch The Wire.
Maybe. You're loading a lot on my plate right now. You're like, oh, Sopranos and Wire and
You don't need to watch
The
this.
Magicians. All that
Sons
stuff.
of the Sopranos Wire or something. So Kyle, you're next, and I guess this is just I'm just gonna type it in. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it.
What was it again? I don't even
Breaking
give a shit.
Bad
What was
versus
it?
Sons of Anarchy.
This is really hard for me, you guys.
I know it is. You love motorcycles and sneakers on motorcycles.
I just love motorcycles so much, and I love fucking just
flannel tees,
Shakespeare or whatever you were
top,
trying to sell earlier.
leather vests. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking leather vests and stuff like that.
It's called a cut, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Breaking Bad.
Okay, makes sense. Logical. Sound logic. I would have voted for Hannibal.
Good
I'm
call.
just kidding. Oh yeah, it would have been
Okay,
unanimous.
all
Let's
right,
not even kid ourselves. This is fucking ridiculous. All right. So the next matchup is Fargo versus The Wire.
Fuck.
I'm first, and yay, Fargo! Fargo is my vote. Yay, Fargo, season 1 through 3. It's really great. It's some of the best television you've ever seen in your life. Yay. So JD, what's your vote?
Wire.
The bit continues.
It's and I know I actually have to vouch for it here because I know where Kyle's going because he's actually seen Fargo and appreciated it, and you're not wrong.
Man, you
Fargo,
might sway me. You never know. Make a good case.
okay. Fargo is fucking fantastic. It definitely has its moments. It has its ripe characters and all that. But The Wire to me it's the definitive crime show because there is that balance between the law and the criminals. And a lot of times you don't agree with what the people with badges are doing. You don't necessarily agree with what the people on the streets are doing, but you empathize with them because you see how the system has put them where they are and keeps them where they are. And it explores the city of Baltimore almost like it's a character itself. You see it from the angle of the projects. You see, this is like per season. There's a season where you are on the docks, so you get to see like kind of the aspect of the Greek community that control the shipments coming in and out. You see it. You go back to the street characters that you saw from season 1 and season 3, and then you get a look at the school system, and then you get a look at journalism and the people that are uncovering a lot of these things that you've seen in the prior seasons. So the show just kind of becomes this version of itself that I don't think it really intended to be early on. It was really kind of more of a straightforward cop crime drama in season 1, and then David Simon realized he had something with this and these characters, and man, there's so many iconic characters that it's just like it launched so many careers. Michael K. Williams, Idris Elba. I don't know if he did anything before The Wire. I'm sure he did. It's got Jimmy McNulty is Dominic West. There's a lot of recognizable faces on both sides, and man, it's good shit. And man, I'm sorry if it has to die, but you know what? Just watch the show. Just do me a solid and watch the fucking show so you can know how good it is. Because it's a consensus number one, guy.
Band of Brothers first.
Well, yeah, and that's
God damn it, Jeff.
it's a quick. That's a quicker watch, and you know what? I'm not going to argue with you on that at all because you do got to watch that shit. But
I feel
I
like
mean,
you work for HBO because you
I know, me too.
He's got letters in his name, so he probably works for HBO.
JD HBO.
yeah, that's what I had you guys fooled. You guys thought it was a doctor. No, I'm actually an HBO sales
HBO
guy
executive.
with no subscription to HBO right now somehow. So that works.
Well, it's because you've already seen their best stuff. Their best years are
Not
behind
if
them, right?
Yeah, you know
That's
it all
right.
by heart at this point.
There you go. But seriously, watch The Wire. It's the most important crime drama show to ever exist. Period. Seriously, that's not bullshit. That's not hyperbole. It's that fucking good, and it's that gritty and real. Like seriously, everything that you said about Southland is true about The Wire. So if you like that show, you're gonna love The Wire, man. Period.
Sounds like
Watch
I'm gonna
it.
hate the shit out of it. All right. So
Anyway,
Kyle, why is your
JD
vote
literally
for?
started his argument with Fargo is fantastic, and I literally blacked out after that. So
No.
I'm gonna agree with JD.
you
Fargo's
son of a
fantastic.
bitch.
Fargo's really fantastic. It wins here. I'm very excited that we all agree, and
We don't all agree. You son of a bitch.
We all
no,
absolutely
that's
100%.
Steve, I
This is
think
unanimous.
Wire is like the second I get HBO on Hulu. Like that's like that's obviously the show I'm going to be watching, and I'll be getting it like a week before or a couple weeks before Westworld because I
want to do a Westworld rewatch,
Me too.
and I want to
lot-
get my dad up in on that because he would love that shit.
It's a lot to chew on. That show's a lot to chew on.
Yeah.
And
For real.
I've already
My
seen
dad
it.
loves that show too.
I've already seen it through a second time, and the second viewing is like so fucking rewarding because you're
That's
like,
that's what I'm
wow.
hoping for, man.
It is because you're
Like-
like, oh, they knew exactly where they were going. It's not like I'm really. I know you guys like this show, but it's not like Lost where you're just like there's not payoffs instantly. Like
Mhm.
there are things in like the very first episodes that have major payoffs by the end of the season. So when you go back and rewatch it, you're like, the seeds were being planted so early for this.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like
They
it's,
wrote
oh
a
my god,
complete-
like.
They wrote a complete coherent season, and like mapped it out completely.
Yeah.
From episode
Oh,
to episode, moment to moment,
it's-
episode to episode, like perfectly before they even
It's
shot
a
it.
hard
That's what it felt like.
blueprint, and they don't deviate from it. Like
Yeah.
it's a very fun second watch. So a third watch, I imagine, is gonna be great. So
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't even watched it a second time yet. I feel like I should.
I know I need to for sure
Yeah.
because I've watched more probably like interpretation videos on Westworld than I have actually hours watching the first season.
Yeah.
So I need to go back and watch it after all putting all that knowledge up in there.
See, I haven't. That's the fun part about Westworld for me. I mean, obviously, everybody's viewing experience is always going to be different, but Westworld is the type of show where I didn't even bother with like theories and stuff on the internet or YouTube. It's basically just me talking to people that have watched the show and theorizing off of that, and we're like,
There you go.
oh, cool. And then basically you just get confirmation bias on a certain theory, like cover your ears if you haven't seen Westworld season 1, but like what's his name, Jimmy Simpson's character, I don't remember his name, becoming the Man in Black or whatever, the cowboy hat, or Ed Harris, basically.
Yeah, that
was
theory
a
was like rampant for
that, yeah.
a while.
Kyle and I were
Dude.
talking about that before.
we were talking about that on like episode 2 when he was introduced.
yeah,
like,
just because of the wardrobe. I think that was the
I mean,
thin
it was just,
thread
I
there.
don't know. Like, I feel, man, I just feel like me and Jeff were on the ground floor of that fucking theory.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then their articles came out like the week after, and we were like, see, fucking, this is totally
Dude,
gonna
yeah,
happen, right?
it was one of the times where, like, and it wasn't like it was telegraphed so obviously
It wasn't
that,
ever.
like, oh, the show is like shoving it down your throat. I was like, dude, no, we latched onto something here and found gold. Like
Yeah.
it was one of the few times I felt smart. I'm like, oh, this show made me feel like I figured out something before it. They're like, awesome.
I love that actor who, the young version of Ed Harris's character, I love that actor has so much range that he can do a beer Achilles role in How I Met Your Mother one moment, and then the next one he's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just
Yeah.
out of his depths in Westworld, and then eventually coming to terms with what it offers him and appreciating it,
He
and even
goes
thriving off
on-
of it.
He goes on such a great journey, and
Yeah.
you're there for every single step of the changing point. You know,
Yeah.
of all the big moments that changed him into who he became out there.
And that's
Right.
the type of stuff you want to see from that show. You want to see what it's like for somebody to come in there brand new, not knowing what to expect, and then
Green,
how they come
yeah.
out the other side after coming there for years and years and getting addicted to it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a great arc to write into the show, like, because they don't have to fucking write this shit, but they do, and it's fucking genius. And Anthony Hopkins' character, there's no fucking way My dad is convinced he's not dead, and I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
he's not.
there's no way. There's no fucking
There's
way he's dead.
1,000% he's not dead.
Yeah.
He's too smart to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna actually have myself die for this cause. That's ridiculous. Considering
he's
everything
coming
he's
back.
mapped out, there's just no way. Anyway, Westworld is great.
Yeah.
This world's like my favorite thing to exist right now because Game of Thrones like taking a fuck off year. So
Yeah, fuckers. But I'm glad Westworld is going to be here to fill that void for us, at least for a little bit, for a good 10 weeks. So the finals then is Break versus Fargo, and I mean this is kind of like this is kind of like guys, I don't think you can guess where we're gonna vote on this one. So the first vote in this round is Kyle. Kyle, where are you gonna vote on this round?
I'm gonna go Fargo. No, I honestly think if any of you chose Fargo, I would be like, yeah, they deserve it. Sure.
Yeah.
Like these are of quality of each other. You know what I mean? Like they're in the ballpark of each other in terms of quality and inside of their genre and everything. But whereas you get 3 individual seasons of Fargo, they somehow map together 5 really great seasons of Breaking Bad, and I think the seasons just get better. Like it's just like God,
Yeah,
they get more engaging.
Exponentially
along
the way.
It's a crescendo of just awesome.
Yeah.
It's so great. Like I have to unsurprisingly go with Breaking Bad.
Okay, and I'm next, and I'm not really deviating. I'm not going to be a weirdo, so I'm going to Breaking Bad too. And I do love Fargo, and I do take JD's words about The Wire very seriously. I'm in the middle of a binge of The Americans before it comes back for the final season later this month. That's why I'm binging that right now. There's a logic behind my binge technique.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
everyone's talking about The Americans, and nobody's talking about The Wire ever. So.
I just want to finish the show because I started 2 seasons and I was just kind of like, I just dropped off because I think I was still working at, this was a couple employers ago, and I was just kind of like, even though I had time, I was just kind of like, nah. I don't know why though, because I'm watching the show now, getting something totally different from it, and I think that's just what it takes sometimes, is to just step away and take a few years and then come back to whatever it is that you thought you hated, and then you realize, oh, I was fucking wrong as shit. My bad. But yeah, The Americans is so good. You guys will probably get tired of me talking about that shit for sure. I just love it to pieces. Anyway,
I guess that's owed since we talk about Battlestar so much.
yeah, but there's
So-
less.
I don't
feel
think we
there's
talk about
less
that
to talk
much.
about with
Not too much,
The
that's true.
Americans, because like we're talking about stuff that like The Wire and Battlestar, the stuff that people put so high on a pedestal, and rightfully so. Because they're so good at like character writing and world building and stuff, whereas The Americans, it's these Russian spies and they're trying to, maintain a family while also being spies. That's it. That's the premise of the show. Like,
Sounds like a
when you-
real-
I thought the premise of
Sounds
the
like a
show
nuclear
is that,
family.
like, and I'm obviously wrong, is that the husband was like an American and she was a Russian, and that like they were it was like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
No.
So I guess I was completely off base.
No, yeah, Carrie Russell and Matthew Rice or something like that. They are a married couple in the show. They were put together by the state of Russia, by that government, to come to the country, come to America, and infiltrate as much as possible this government, because this is in the middle of the Cold War. And to keep up with the cover, they have to actually have kids together. Like, you can't just adopt kids and be like, there are kids, and it's like, they're fucking nothing like you. So they have kids together. So, I mean, along the way, it's more of like how complicated it gets when you actually have kids together and you actually are family, and you have to do all this horrible shit to people on the side and not have your kids know. And their kids are like teenagers. One of them is approaching the age where the Russian government is like, hey, we want her to be a spy, So now we're at that point in the season, in the 3rd season. It's just more, it's just about, it's all about living in the gray, man. I love these shows that do that, where nothing is black and white, and the lead characters that you follow like commit murder and shit, or tease potentially sleeping with like a 14-year-old or whatever just to get intel, and it's fucked up, but you're like, God, they don't feel good about doing it. These are human beings that are being asked to do fucked up things. That's just what I love about the show. It just dances in that gray area, and you don't know how you should feel. I mean, you know how you should feel, but you know what I mean. Like, it's man, it's a tricky show, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it immensely. But anyway, it's not on the same page as the ones that you guys have been, talking about since the beginning of the show, Band of Brothers. I think that was one of the first shows that we, first TV show episodes that we did. I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
did.
Concept,
We did the TV spin-off or TV pitch episode.
yeah,
And that's Kyle coined Bob and Nam.
Bob and Nom. That's right.
Bob and Nom.
Bob and Nom, but copyrights. All right.
Banam.
That is where we brought that up, and then you guys were like, "Are you fucking serious? You haven't seen that?" And that's
Yeah, I couldn't believe
And
that.
I
Dude,
get
that
that.
is like the best
Yeah.
war TV show ever, and I know that's like there's like 4 war
Yeah.
TV shows or whatever.
And I don't think even with the
Almost like
Americans
HBO is
having
amazing.
the Americans are having their last season this year, like this month, and there's never going to be a point where I'm going to be like, "You guys have never seen the Americans." It's not going to be on that level. So,
Okay.
just know that I don't think it ever will be, because it's an FX show and it's kind of quietly tucked away. They mapped out it being the last season. I don't feel like it's going to be on the same level, but it's kind of like Southland. I feel like it'll be like one of those shows that's just forgotten, but I won't forget it. This brain won't. Breaking Bad wins. I think JD was the last vote. I feel like you would have gone Breaking Bad at this
A
point.
liar.
Fucker.
Yeah, it would have been Breaking Bad. I'm done with season 4 on my first full series rewatch. Now
I've never
every
rewatched
season
it. Yeah.
every season that came out, I watched every season leading up to the respective season, but I've never done the full one in season, including season 5. Like
I think it was
that
after
shit was so.
I don't know what it is about third seasons that I jump into shows, but I think it was around the third season I started watching it weekly.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Kyle, I think
Same
you
here.
started watching it shortly after it aired. So you had the kind of like the that
The second
amazing
that
experience of nobody shutting up about it.
finalized itself,
Yeah.
I was watching it. Like
Yeah.
they're like,
Nobody
man,
was-
everything just racked up, and like 6 months later, I was watching the show.
Yeah.
Nobody was talking about it after season 1 for me, and it was during season 2 that everybody started being like, "Man, you gotta get on this. This has a chance to
Which
be
I don't know
some
how.
great shit."
Isn't season 1, doesn't that include the episode where Walt runs down a dude and then tells Jesse to run, and then it's roll credits?
No, that's season 2.
So I
Yeah,
can see
that's
why
season
people start
2.
talking about season 2, because that moment
Yeah.
is when I go,
Season-
"Oh fuck!" and I'm like
Season
running around
1,
my
yeah.
fucking room and stuff, like just hype.
Season 2 is everything with Jane, so Kristen Ritter's character.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Jessica
when
Chastain,
he
yeah.
finally starts expanding and gets into that turf war, and that's when like Combo gets killed, and that's what Jesse's doing, is to go exact revenge on those guys because they killed Combo, and that's what Walter's doing, is preventing him from fucking up his life
Right.
basically and just taking control of it.
I
But
think
yeah,
it's,
that's when you realize the show anything can fucking happen. Like
it's
it's not.
funny when anybody mentions a female character's name in the show, I always go, "Ooh, fuck her." And if somebody
Yeah.
were to be like, "Hey, man, that show, I feel like this show's writers doesn't like women," and I'd be like, "Okay,
Yeah,
like, yeah, those are terrible
Yeah.
women."
I mean, Betsy Brandt's character is annoying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call her terrible.
She's
She does have her.
funny.
She does have her
Yeah.
things, for sure. Skylar, yeah,
But like
is-
everybody fucking hated Skylar so much.
Yeah, she was such a bitch, but like she's justified in her actions, I think.
Yeah, me too.
But she definitely, I think it's her attitude that comes about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when she picks and chooses to be full on bitch mode.
Right. Well, then you have
and
Jane,
it happens
you
so
mentioned
much
Jane,
early
and
on.
her being a thorn in Walt's side made us go, "Oh, that bitch." And
Yeah,
Lydia
yeah,
was off her rocker.
Dude, Lydia was
Yeah,
nuts.
so I mean,
Yeah,
I love
she was
her.
totally nuts.
Her and Jesse Plemons dynamic in season 5. I can't wait to get to that again.
Jesse Plemons, man.
my God.
Talk about a launching pad
What
for
a
a career.
what a treasure!
yeah.
What a treasure
Yeah.
that kid is.
And then
I
he
had
turned
no
into the
idea
guy
he
in the
was
game.
Friday Night
actually
Lights is where he
dating-
started.
What's her face from
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man?
Kirsten Dunst.
Oh yeah.
Upside Down
When they
Kissing.
did Fargo season 2 as a married couple, they ended up dating for real after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Crazy.
And he totally
Yeah,
fits that role in Fargo season 2 when they announced the cast. I was like, Todd and fucking Kirsten Dunst, like what?
Yeah.
And they totally
Dude, but-
just nailed it. And that was
He
one of the
has-
best
it's
roles she's
so
ever had.
good. Yeah, they have
He
the
has
best
such
dynamic
range.
in the series.
Yeah.
he has such range. It's crazy because I knew him as the friend of the backup quarterback from Friday Night Lights in
Oh my
season
God.
one.
See,
Talk about a show I have
know
to
him
watch
as
still.
the security
Dude.
guard from Observe and Report, so that's what I knew him
Oh,
from.
And
that's
see,
funny.
I totally
Yeah.
you mentioned that the other day. I totally forgot he was even in that.
Haven't seen
Um,
it. In a
Dude,
long
Friday
time.
Friday Night Lights. Don't let the teen drama thing dissuade you. It's
No,
really
I
really
have
good.
adults tell me it's a great show.
And it's
so-
where Michael B. Jordan got his kind of like teenage resurgence because he's even said this. He thought that after his character arc ended in The Wire that he was done acting. Like he was that distraught because as a kid, you know, you think, oh my God, I'm on this big successful show. I'm gonna make it, and then you get, you know, writing happens and things happen to your character in a show that's dark and whatever, you know.
Right.
And he thinks,
Wait,
he
are you trying to say he dies and you're trying to spoil it for us?
No. I'm saying the show. Okay,
fucking
probably.
spoilers.
Whatever. Sorry. But yeah, when his time was done on The Wire, he thought his career was over, and Friday Night Lights was kind of like he got back into the spotlight with that. He's really good, like really good in that show.
He's okay. Like in general, like he's okay.
Just in general,
Yeah,
yeah, just
he's
best Marvel villain probably ever. Yeah.
Sup, auntie?
Yeah, he's all right.
Or whatever.
I saw one meme that's like
Hey, auntie.
shows
Yeah.
him with his shirt off, and it's like when you go and smash with that girl, but she got bed bugs though.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, I saw that.
Kind of reminds me of Love a little bit. At least the first episode of season 3. Man, I'm gonna miss that show. I'm gonna miss that show so much. You know what? We're gonna have to do that next Valentine's Day. We're gonna have to do like love TV shows or something.
Oh,
Sure, that makes sense.
Because you know, How I Met Your Mother is a good example. Probably a front runner.
Be number one.
Love
Yeah.
is great. I don't know. We could think of other shows or bend the rules. Like The Office has a central love story in it.
you'd probably have to put Friends in there just by
Friends.
you know.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
putting that in
for the
there,
Ross and Rachel
so.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
would
that was
put I would put Cheers in there for the Sam and Diane never ending back and forth.
Oh, you're watching that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sam
It's-
and Diane absolutely deserves to be in that list. Yeah, totally.
I fucking love
Maybe
Ted Danson, man.
TV relationships. How about not the show, but the
Oh yeah,
character
TV
ships
That's a
themselves?
good one, man.
Just
This
There
is
you
why
go.
we
TV
talk this shit
relationships.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
TV relationships.
because that
That's a
makes
good
more
one.
sense. Because then you don't have to judge it based on the quality or whether or not you like the show. It's just the dynamic between the two.
Yeah.
Jim and Pam is definitely going to be
Jim and
on
Pam,
mine
done.
because
Epic love story.
I'm like completely like in belief that they're married and have kids.
Yeah.
Like, in real life, you know.
I think Jenna
And if
Fisher
they
even
don't,
said that she like
neither of
loved
y'all
him for
better
real.
fucking break that to me. So
Yeah. I think Jenna Fisher said in an interview that she like felt like she loved him for real. Like it felt real to her. It felt real to her.
well, I
damn
mean,
it.
like
think it would
whenever
after you
I'm
spend that
reading
much time
articles
doing
about
it.
her, or whatever, they said that they had such chemistry, like even between them two, that like whenever they got the part, they immediately went to each other and were just like, "You got the part right," you know, because they knew they were gonna get the part together. Like,
Right.
They just knew, and it's just like, dude, that's weird.
Those fuckers make me laugh and cry more than any comedy, whatever relationship you can think of on TV.
Yeah.
Tears of joy, mind you, not like, oh, these fucking guys are mean.
You know. Fucking go.
They stole my lunch money. Yeah.
But like their wedding episode, which I know Kyle, you've already seen that by this point.
I saw it. Yeah.
That episode ruins me. I don't know. Maybe it's just the years long journey that
Wait, they get married?
fucker. But I like the intercut between the wedding
Well,
going
but-
horribly wrong between that and their trip to Niagara Falls and actually getting married for real there.
real married. Yeah.
Yeah. That was just one of the sweetest goddamn TV moments ever. And
Yeah.
and then the stuff in the casino night where he kisses her and tells her how he feels and she's like no or whatever.
Yeah, that part's rough.
Fucking, it's so relatable. It's just heartbreaking. It's so good, that relationship. That's a good one, man. We're gonna fucking do the shit out of that. Stay tuned, 2019.
Dude, that'll be funny.
Yeah, can you just wait a year, guys?
Can you guys chill and just wait a year? Jesus.
Hey,
fuck,
just
God.
Just fucking just
take
wait a
a
year, you
note
know?
from Jim and Pam's book. You're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly. 3-year
Just go
engagement,
wait.
right?
No.
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 I don't know what that is. I think Kyle,
Goku,
you
like,
missed
freaking out right now?
You already watched it because you're binge watching rather quickly. But the dinner party episode is one of my favorite Office episodes of all time. It's just so fucking rich with jokes. It's so good.
Which one's the dinner party episode? Is that when they're With Jan or?
Yeah, with Jan. Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
lives with
Oh
Jan.
my God. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so good. They're so passive aggressive to each other the
Yeah.
whole time.
Hey, babe. Yeah. When he's like, yeah, I just stand here and watch this TV, and it's like a 10-inch TV or some shit. It's like a small
Yeah.
TV, and he like he fucking mounted it on the wall.
Yeah.
And like you can remove it and then push it back against the wall, and he's like, yeah, sometimes I just sit here for hours and just fucking stand here and watch it. You got to watch the outtakes on that one because they could not get through that fucking bit. And even Carell goes, "How are we gonna get through this?"
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I love
If their
that.
bloopers
Love that
weren't
episode.
30 fucking minutes long per season, I would get to them quicker.
It's earned
But-
though. It's so earned because you're like,
they
yeah,
have a
how do they get
bloopers?
anything done?
Do they have an episode on Netflix for the bloopers or outtakes and shit?
Get to
or-
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's almost all of them are there pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so that's the episode for TV crime dramas. No surprise, Breaking Bad won, and it would have been exempted from the tournament if some fuckface didn't, deviate.
Put the
from
better
being-
show number one that
Oh
they'd
my
seen.
God.
I don't know. I just
swear
feel like
fucking
someone's
God.
just being a real tryhard, but that's
Yeah, real try hard. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna love it whenever we have to reconvene in 6 months and me and Jeff have to go. Oh, the Wire probably should have won that episode.
We'll come back and
Yeah.
do like whatever the Conqueror's Corner Hall of Fame, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and be like, yeah, so the Wire's gonna go in here over Breaking Bad.
Before
Hey,
Breaking
look,
Bad.
I'm
Maybe we'll
telling
get
you,
Breaking Bad next time.
Objectively, Breaking Bad is week in and week out much more entertaining than The Wire. But
Yeah.
just you got to take the whole thing in, man. Just take the whole fucking thing in. Each season is its own like definitive character, pretty much. So,
That's what's unique about that show to me that I really want to experience. I'll get to it. I will get to it.
Cool.
So next up in the plans, we got top 10 classic rock songs. I haven't even started my list yet. It's going to be really, really tough.
That's up next.
One band per song. It's going to be good. One song per band, I should say.
There you go.
There we go.
One band
Yeah.
per song.
You nailed it, buddy. And then we're going to do all-time pro wrestlers. We're going to do a tournament. And this is, I would say let's do Attitude Era, but it's like it would just be number 1, number 2, Stone Cold The Rock the whole fucking time. So why do a tournament on that? Let's create some
Yeah.
actual matchups that are really tough to think about. It's going to create a lot of impressions. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I
There
was
he
gonna say
is.
Stone Cold would beat The Rock for me, but that's fine.
He probably would for me too, but The Rock transcended the entire sport basically. If
Yeah,
look at that.
anyone could make that thing, but I'd be like, yeah, but like Stone Cold drank beer in the ring and like flicked off people, so
There you go. There you go.
And it was
all
fine.
you
It was
need.
a day at the
yeah,
office.
fucking checkmate, dude. Yeah. What, The Rock had an eyebrow? Cool.
So that'll create definitely some interesting matchups. I'm not going to put anybody obscure that you guys won't know in there. Like I'm not going to be like, my number 10 is some Japanese wrestler you haven't heard of. There's not going to be any of that. You're going to know all the wrestlers that I put in my list, and it's going
Yeah.
to create some really interesting as fuck matchups in the tournament whenever we get there. So that's what's coming up, and that's for WrestleMania because WrestleMania is right around the corner. And pretty much the main event is probably going to be John Cena versus The Undertaker, and that's a fucking big match right there, man. I think everybody
impossible.
that has stopped watching the show or even knows anything a little bit about wrestling knows John Cena and The Undertaker. So that's a giant
Yeah.
fucking matchup, even if
Yeah.
Undertaker is 100. That's on paper is just a good matchup. Anyway,
He's 100.
yeah, he's like literally 100. I'm pretty sure he's for real dead, and they just keep bringing him back to life.
Freaking Paul Bear.
Yeah,
Let his
man.
soul go.
Paul Bear is for real dead, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's sad. And then they turned it into an angle.
messed up.
Totally remember that. And they turned it into an angle where CM Punk, before he was getting his ass beat in the Octagon, his angle with The Undertaker leading up to WrestleMania was him playing with Paul Bear's urn, and people were treating the urn that Undertaker always carried around as an extension of Paul Bear. And this is like a month after Paul Bear died. And he's like kicking it around and fucking like knocking it over and stuff and just totally disrespecting it because he's the bad guy in the feud. And yeah, people online fucking hate. They were so up in arms about it. And I'm like, you're just biting. You're biting at what he's feeding you. Like it's just they're trying to get you pissed off. I don't know why the fuck you can't see that. You're being worked, man. You're being worked, brother. Yeah, dude.
Being worked.
So stay tuned for all those episodes. You can find us on Twitter at EoC Pod and on Letterboxd there as well. And Kyle, you're working on some shit, man. You got some shit.
I'm working on some stuff. I have my very first AAA review. I am reviewing Yakuza 6. The embargo lifts as soon as you're listening to this. It's already lifted. The review's already written. It's already out there. Go read it. The game will be out in about a month. It's really good.
Can you even say it's good or? Oh, it is good. Okay.
Yeah. No. It's good.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, because by the time because it goes live at like midnight tonight as we speak.
Oh yeah. So this will be out next week.
This goes live. Yeah, I can say, yeah, it's good. You'll like it.
Well, I will consider getting it. And JD.
So go to Subcultured. Yeah, and that's it for me.
JD's got to get back to doctoring. So.
The Wire.
Those buttholes.
The Wire. The Wire.
The Wire.
The Wire.
Yeah. The Wire.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to
If
those
you
buttholes.
type this for me, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, and see you guys next week. Ah! Ah! Oh God! Motherfucker! What is